Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully, everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video, we are going to be looking at these two coins right here, the 1964 and the 1965 Kennedy half dollar. These are two very special coins because this one right here is 90% silver, and then this one right here is 40% silver. So if you ever come across any Kennedy half dollars that are made between 1964 and 1970, hang on to those half dollars because those have some silver in them. Ones that were made 1971 until present, those don't have any silver in them unless they were made for special collector's sets, which very few of those were made. But these ones right here actually have very high mintages, so there's a chance that you could find these circulating around in general circulation, or someone who is older might have them as part of their coin collection. All right, let's start with this one right here on the left, the 1964 Kennedy half dollar. So this is the first year the Kennedy half dollar was made, and we'll get into some of these coins up top a little bit later to do a kind of a fun recap. We've got a Ben Franklin half dollar and a Walking Liberty half dollar. But most of today's show is going to be focused on the 1964 and the 1965. All right, the 1964. There were 273 million of these that were made. Now, I've got the red book in front of me right here, which is a guide to the prices for United States coins. And at a MS60 grade, these coins right here are worth $10. At a 63, they're worth $12. At a 65, they're $35. And at a PF65, those will go for $20. So the PF65, those are from the proof sets, and the MS would be mint state for coins that were made for general circulation, like these ones right here. So on the obverse, you have Kennedy right here, and then on the reverse, you have the American Eagle with the olive branch and the arrows in tote. All right, so this is the 1964. Again, these are worth $10 at a MS60 condition, and most of that is driven by the fact that they are 90% silver, 10% copper. They've got a total weight to them of 12.5 grams, and the melt value of the metal content alone is worth $8.32. And then kind of if you've got one that's in good condition, it will be worth more than that. $10 kind of is the starting mint state condition coin worth. All right, so then we transition to this one right here. Unfortunately, the silver content really drops, and so does the price of these ones right here. So 1965 for a mint state 63. So a mint state 63 for the 64 was worth $12. For the 65, that's only going to be worth $6, and most of that is driven by the high production amount of them. There were 65 million that were made, so that's actually a little bit less than the 1964, but the metal content drops off from 90% silver to 40% silver, 60% copper. So the metal content for this 1965, that is going to be worth $3.46 at today's silver prices. Now, the mintages on this one are 65 million. And then for the other years where they had 40% silver, in 1966, there were 108 million made. In 1967, 295 million made. In 1968, there were 246 million made at the Denver Mint and 3 million made at the San Francisco Mint. Now, 1965 was kind of an interesting year because there was a coin shortage, so there aren't going to be any mint marks on any of the 1965, 66, or 67 coins. That includes these Kennedy half dollars and other coins as well. Once you pass 1970, 1971 is the start of the clad coinage. So they still did make silver plurifs, but the coins that were made for general circulation, like this one right here, those were just the copper nickel clad. So the metal composition of these ones starting in 1971. These are going to be 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel, and that was mostly driven by the increase in silver prices. So it wasn't really realistic for them to keep making the 40% silver. So they took that silver out because of the increase in the price, and they started to make these out of the 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel. In 1971, there were 155 million of these, so they were able to make a lot more of these. However, the metal content isn't as valuable. All right, now let's look at some of these older half dollars that I mentioned earlier. We'll pull them into the shot. So we've got the Kennedy half dollar, which was before the Franklin half dollar, and we have these Walking Liberty half dollars right here as well. So the Walking Liberty was made from 1916 to 1947. These ones are the 90% silver, so these are some nice coins. Despite the fact that they're pretty worn out, they're still valuable based on their silver content alone. Now, quickly mention the mintages on these ones to give you some reference to what we were talking about earlier. So 1941, there are 24 million of these that were made at the Philadelphia Mint, and an additional 11 million were made at the Denver Mint, and 8 million were made at the San Francisco Mint. In the year 1943, which is the second one we have right here, 53 million were cranked out of the Philadelphia Mint, 11 million at the Denver Mint, and 13 million at the San Francisco Mint. So mintages on these kind of ranging from that 20 million to the 53 million. So still a decent amount of them that were made, but these ones are really kind of noticeable and collectible, and people like to hang on to these. Now on to the Kennedy half dollars. These ones unfortunately had a rather short run to them. They were only made from 1948 to 1963. That's because Kennedy was assassinated, and then they decided to put him on the half dollar instead of Ben Franklin, who we see here. As far as the mintages of these ones go, this is in 1963. They made 22 million of these at the Philadelphia Mint, and 67 million of these at the Denver Mint. Now, as far as the price of these ones go, let me get you that information right now. We're looking at the 1963. So the 1963 in a Mint State 60, those are going to be worth $14. A 63 is going to be worth $18. Mint State 65 will be worth $45. And if you've got a very nice proof coin rated PF65, that will be worth $25. And those prices right there are for the Philadelphia Mint. So we've got prices ranging from Mint State prices ranging from $14 up till $45 at a Mint State 65. All right, everyone, hopefully you enjoyed this video. We got to take a quick look at this Ben Franklin half dollar, as well as these two Walking Liberties from 1941 and 1943. We also spent most of our time looking at the 1964 and the 1965 Kennedy half dollars, the 90% silver, and then the 40% silver right here. All right, everyone, best of luck coin collecting out there, and have a great day. Enjoy.